The Blitz event is upon us. This Friday, we should have some amazing packs in the store for training as well with coins. If you guys are in the need of some Madden Ultimate Team coins, check out my sponsor, MMOAN.com. Stock up early and be prepared for this amazingness that's going to come out this Friday. Use code Texas at checkout for a 10% discount. We are one day away from Thanksgiving where we can go ahead and eat all the delicious food, man. I'm looking forward to eating. It's weird, right? Like, I'm not a big fan of turkey on Thanksgiving, but I'm a big fan of like the stuffing with cranberry. That might be kind of crazy, but why don't we have something more delicious than turkey for Thanksgiving? I'm tired of eating dry-ass turkey. Turkey wings, though, with some spicy jam. Fantastic. Yo, post down in the comment section below what are your guys' favorite Thanksgiving dishes. But yeah, we're one day away from Thanksgiving, which means that we are one day away from being able to watch some amazing football games. We got Falcons Saints, we got Cowboys Bills, we also got the Lions and the Bears. And every year EA drops these Thanksgiving All-Stars, cultivators, basically dynamic players, whatever you want to call them, but their ratings will increase if they hit said goal in their football game. And so I waited until all possible information came out to go ahead and make my decision. You guys probably see other videos on YouTube about which are the best players to choose, which players to avoid, and I'm not too sure that anybody knows exactly what they're talking about other than with one of these cards, because it's football, man. If we all knew what was going to happen, we would all be millionaires. Because right now, FanDuel exists, and if we knew what players are going to pop off for crazy stats, if you had that type of site, we would win a lot of money. We can just basically give our best guess and approximation based off how they played before. So before we get to the video, I'm already cranking up the excuse machine, which is pretty hilarious. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into these 6 players and see which ones are more likely to hit their goal than not. So starting with the guy that's pretty obvious not going to hit his goal, we got Marshon Lattimore. So Marshon Lattimore popped up on this week's injury report. I don't know what kind of injury he has. Let me see. Marshon Lattimore and Deontay Harris limited for the Saints. So Lattimore has a hamstring, and hamstring injuries are very, very tricky because he can go out there like, so Adam Thielen had a hamstring injury earlier this season, and he played one game, caught a touchdown pass after going to the bench basically, and then we haven't seen him sit. So I think the Saints, since they're going to be basically cruising to the playoffs as it is right now, I think they're going to keep him out for a while. And it sucks because he was probably the most likely one to get an upgrade because he's going to be the guy that's guarding Julio, right? And it just says one pass defended. So if a ball's thrown to Julio and he just happens to deflect it or just break up, like, he would have gotten a 91 overall card. If you guys have not seen Lattimore's stats, like, this would have been a guy with like 90 speed, 90 man. Again, probably not better than the guys like William Jackson at 91 overall or better than the Denzel Ward at 90 overall, but it still would have been a nice quarterback to pair with those trio. Now, if he doesn't get an upgrade, which obviously he won't if he doesn't play, he's only going to be 91 overall, which means he's going to be an 89 man and not 90, which means he can't get man up, which is going to be not the greatest, but he'll still get the job done. Roquan Smith of the Chicago Bears. This man needs to get 6 total tackles, as well as 1+ sack to get up to a 92 overall. Looking at his game logs right now, so he's had way more combined tackles, obviously, because if you're just near the pile, they chalked it up as a tackle. But in terms of total, you had 4, 9, 2, 9, 7, 3, 6, 7, 6, and then 2. So those are what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And fortunately for us, since we're playing the Lions are out here trotting around Jeff Driscoll, who's not the greatest. We know Trubisky's not great on offense either for the Bears. I feel like a lot of the defenses are going to be in the field a lot during this game. And so because of that, he's probably more likely to get the tackles. Now, when it comes to the sack, right, he's played, what 11 games out of the 12 that were available. 13 or 12 will be this Thursday. He hasn't had a sack. He doesn't have a sack at all. That's not his game. And even if he doesn't get the objective knocked out, this is not a bad linebacker not to have on your team, bro. 87 speed he has 90 hit power as well. I don't know his archetype, unfortunately. But the fact that he's a better Devin White. Tight end TJ Hawkinson's up next. He needs to get 3 total receptions and 1 touchdown to get up to a 92 overall. And right now, let's check out his logs and see what this guy's been doing this season. This is his rookie year, obviously, and he only has 349 yards. Okay. Not having the greatest season for being a first-round pick. His best game of the year was week 1. And then after that, nothing. Nothing at all. 6 catches, 131. But in terms of targets, right, he hasn't really been targeted the last 2 games. Against Washington, the game that they lost, he had 2 targets, no catches. And then against the Detroit Lions, against Dallas, he had 1 catch for 6 yards. For those 2 games, though, he had 3 catches for 47, 3 catches for 56, and 1 for 21, 3 for 20, 3 for 32, 4 for 21, 3 for 27, then 1 for 1, 1 for 7, and 6 for 131. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is kind of like 50-50. It's a coin flip, bro. It's a coin flip that he gets the receptions. There's probably no chance he gets the touchdowns now with Jeff Driscoll being his quarterback. I feel like it's going to be a really heavy run game. That's what this is going to be. Neutralize that Khalil Mack, neutralize those pass rushers that the Chicago Bears have. And so I would probably say to stay away from this card. He'll probably get the receptions, but in terms of like a tight end wise, if you can get him as rookie premier, I don't really see why you want this guy on your team because he's not great. So Hawkinson's stats are 81 speed, 90 catching, 89 catching traffic with an 89 spec catch, no run block. So it's a bad tight end card. I really think he has these ratings because he has a premier card. EA does not want to see us get good players with premier cards. So I would probably do this card. He may get both these goals, but even if he gets a +2 overall increase, unless you care about the investment potential, obviously. So 92 overall sell for at least 200,000 coins, right? Yeah, for about 200,000 coins. And to do the damn set, let's see, it's going to take, 3 of these 86s, which sell for about 45,000 coins. So they're at 50K right now. We'll just say 50K. So 150, then these ones are much less than that, right? So about 180 to do the set. Yeah, it's not really going to pay the investment off because he's not going to be game-changing glitchy that everybody would want to have him. So he probably is not going to hit his goal anyway. And on top of hitting his goal, he's probably one of the worst cards that if he were to hit his goal, that you would want to have on your team anyway. So I would avoid Hawkinson like the plague. So next up, we got Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons. This guy has to get 100 yards plus to get a +2 overall increase, but only 4 yards to get up to a 91, which is fantastic. Because if you guys watch the Saints against the Panthers, I don't think Kyle Allen's that good of a quarterback. I don't. But he came out there and slung that ball to DJ Moore like crazy. And so if the Falcons or the Saints are keying on Julio Jones, Ridley is going to be able to get up on those yards. Because the Saints cornerbacks outside of Lattimore, who might not play, aren't good, bro. Like, there was so many times I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Like, there's dudes just open everywhere. And so I feel like Calvin Ridley has a chance to get up to 100 yards receiving if the Falcons can protect Matt Ryan. Checking out his game logs, and outside of what the Saints game he played last time, the Rams, and then the Titans and Colts, he's put up 40 yards in the 12 or 11 games that he's played. So that's a positive for those that want to choose him. In 100 yards plus, he's only had 2 games this season where he clips that number against the Eagles and against the Panthers. He just ran all over that terrible secondary. But because the Saints are decimated right now, I feel like there's a good chance he will end up getting that total. It just all depends on, obviously, just Matt Ryan not being terrible. Because the last time he played the Saints, he only had 180 yards passing. And he won by 26. So if it gets into a shootout, there's a good chance that like they can go ahead and do this. But because it's a Thursday night game, Thursday night games are so tricky, man, because players are banged up. You're not really supposed to play football that fast on turnaround. And so it could just be just a slugfest, 9-7 or some shit like that. Very boring to watch, but fortunately for us, a lot of us be high on turkey and be out here tripping off that tryptophan and sleeping like crazy. So, but Ridley probably shoe-in, not probably, like 90% likely. That doesn't make sense because the math don't bear out like that. 70% likely to go ahead and get 40 yards, which means you're going to get a 90 overall. Calvin Ridley, who should be out here with 92 speed. With 93 juke move, which is fantastic. Going to get to the last 2, got Micah Hyde of the Buffalo Bills and Dak Prescott. Rain Dakota Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Bills' defense is really good. And they're going up against the Cowboys, who like to run the ball with their highest-paid running back, Ezekiel Elliott. So I can very well see this man, Micah Hyde, getting 4 total tackles this upcoming Thursday. Thing is, when I check game logs, Micah Hyde does not really pop up in the tackle column, right? Like, he's not one to be out here getting dirty. Check out his game logs right now in terms of total tackles. He had, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 games. 1, 2, 3. 4 total games this season out of 12 where he's gotten at least 4 total tackles. So it's more likely than not he does not get the tackles, even though the Cowboys do run the ball. But let's just say he does. I'm pretty sure he's not going to get the interception just because that is so random. He's gotten one this year that came against Tom Brady. And nobody had Tom Brady being as pedestrian as he has been this upcoming season outside of just Tom Brady haters. But yeah, so if he does get the tackles, this dude will be all the way up to a 91 overall, where he's going to be out here with, on his 90 is 85 speed, but on his 91 be 86 speed with 93 awareness, 92 player condition with 92 zone. This guy is a glorified veteran card, basically. 43 hit power, doesn't have good tackle. And so this is only really a good card for theme teams, so Packer fans and Bills fans, cool, but it's probably better just to go ahead and wait for this guy to get upgraded potentially with training for his power-up, right? So these cultivator cards are going to become in this 90 player. And so when they come out of the game, since he has a power-up, you don't have to worry about buying him off the auction block where you can spend training, which is cheaper than the card to be going for right now. So to get this guy to a 91, it'll probably end up running you the same price as a 91 quick sells for, around 6,800 training at 20 coins per. That is going to be about 125,000 coins, maybe 130. And to build these sets, if you're playing the solo challenges, you can basically save 30,000 coins. Maybe you can save actually, 30,000 coins. You get 280, 285. So you'll save 30,000 coins. You don't get these 86s at the solo challenges, unfortunately. At least I'm pretty sure you don't. So you're only going to save 30K, which means this will be 150 to do. So just wait for this guy to get upgraded. And let's say he doesn't get upgraded at all. You can still get him a training for much cheaper too. So it'll be the quick sell value of 90 overall as opposed to a 91. So don't worry about this card. Don't worry about this card at all. I would not do this dude's card whatsoever, because even if he gets a 2 overall upgrade, he's going to be out here with 87 speed with 93 zone, but still can't do anything. Like, that's basically a worse Earl Thomas. And then last but not least, we got Dak Prescott, who has to get 250 total yards of passing and 3 TDs to get a +2 overall increase. And judging based off how this man performed against the Patriots, and the Bills defense being like top 5, like, it's pretty likely that he's not going to hit the goal. But Dak has been really good this season despite how bad his coaching has been. Like, his game logs are nuts, man. 405 yards against the Giants, 269 against the Redskins, only 246 against the Dolphins, but that's because the Dolphins are terrible. And I think that's because, first half, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Saves 223, but then 463 against the Packers, 278, 239, 257, 397, 444 against the Lions. And then he came out here with 212 yards against the Patriots. Now, the benefit of this is I'm pretty confident that Dak is going to be out here throwing 250 yards. Like, that's pretty much a guarantee. Both coming off short weeks. The Dallas Cowboys are playing at home, and the Bills defense is more bend but don't break. They give up yards. I was checking their defensive game logs because the quarterbacks played against. They let Fitzpatrick dot them up. I know it's Fitzpatrick, but they still let him dot him up. I saw other totals with other quarterbacks that also weren't like terrible that got 250 yards. So the Bills defense does give up yardage, they just don't give up touchdowns. Like, they have not given up a 3-touchdown game to any quarterback this season. The closest was Baker Mayfield, I believe. He got out here with 2 touchdowns, but that was it. So I'm pretty confident that Dak is going to hit 250 passing yards. Like, even against the Patriots, it's only 212 yards total, but some of those calls that went against the Cowboys just kind of negated some of the yards he's gotten, right? Like, those tripping penalties, bro. Like, what? Like, dudes just open down the field tripping. Like, wait, that's some bull bleep. So I think if the referees aren't terrible this game, Dak should easily eclipse that amount. He may not win the game. Like, the Bills stay make it out here and win, but this is going to be fun to watch because both these teams have not been a good team this season. And so if the Bills beat the Cowboys, that means the Cowboys aren't a good team. And if the Cowboys beat the Bills, that means the Bills aren't a good team. So it's kind of a catch-22 right now. But, like, if Dak gets up to a 91 overall, that's all we need. He will then get escape artists, right? All he needs to do is get to a 91 to hit the 250 passing yards. And we got an escape artist quarterback, which is going to make him really good. He has the accuracies because you guys see his card. He has all the 80s in mid, throw, and short. And then he'll be able to lead the pocket and throw dots. So this will be a really good card to have for those that don't want to use Steve Young anymore and for those that can't afford Lamar Jackson. So Dak Prescott, bro, just hit 250. I think you can do it. So in terms of players that I would avoid, Hawkinson, wouldn't really do him because he's not a great card anyway. And on top of that, it's not going to be going for as much as it costs you the damn set. Ridley, not anyone Ridley wouldn't be terrible, but still 200,000 coins when Tyler Lockett exists. But then guys like Dak Prescott and Roquan Smith, those would be 2 cards that I think can actually get out here and perform well in anybody's team if you were to do their sets. But that's not the point of the video. It's just which cards are more likely to hit. And I think Dak Prescott is going to be hitting at least one of his goals as well as a few of the other cards as well. So yeah, post down in the comment section below which guys did you guys end up choosing for your Turkey Day All-Stars. It's Big Your Boy Texas, and I'll catch you guys later on. Blitz comes in.
They say money can't buy your happiness, but I swear to God, it's a good down payment. Trying to stuff so many binges in my pocket, you would swear that I was out here trying to drown Franklin. I was bred in the slums, got fed up with crumbs, now you don't play a pound cake. Told me money was a root of all evil, but I swear to God, I ain't never found safe.